this is the story of Abraham, the father of the great family. Abraham and Sarah went from Ur to Haran and on to a new land. And when they came to the new land, Abraham went up a hill at Shechem to pray. And God was there. He prayed at Bethel, and God was there. They pitched their tents at Hebron, and God was there too. God promised Abraham and Sarah that they would be the mother and father of a great family, and their family would be as many as there are grains of sand in the desert, as many as stars in the sky, and as many as dust on the earth. But Sarah and Abraham had no children. Three strangers came out from the desert. And told them that they would have a child. Well, they laughed. And when the child was born, they named him Laughter. Isaac grew, and when he was a boy, God appeared to Abraham and said, "Take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go into the land of Moriah and offer him as a burnt offering upon the mountain." The next day, he cut wood and took a donkey and 2 helpers and his son and began to walk towards the mountain. On the 3rd day, they could see it. Abraham told his helpers to stay there with the donkey, and he and Isaac went on alone. Isaac carried the wood for the offering, and Abraham carried a bowl of fire and a knife. Isaac said, "Well, here's the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the offering?" Abraham said, "God will provide." When they came to the place for the sacrifice, Abraham tied Isaac up and he picked up the knife to kill him for the sacrifice when an angel came and said, "No, you do not need to do this." Then Abraham looked, and there was a ram caught in the bushes. God had provided for the sacrifice. Abraham untied Isaac, and they went down the mountain. And the angel called out to him again and said, God says, I will make you the father of a great family, as many as the grains of sand in the desert and as many as the stars in the sky. And I will make you a great blessing because you obeyed me. Then Sarah, Abraham's beloved wife, died, and he buried her in a cave at the end of a field near the oaks of Mamre. After Abraham had found a wife for Isaac, he died and was buried in the cave beside Sarah. Isaac and his wife Rebekah had twins, Esau and Jacob. So the great family grew. I wonder what part of this story you liked best. I wonder what part of this story was most important. I wonder what part of the story is about you. Or I wonder where you are in the story. I wonder if we could leave anything out and still have everything we need. I wonder. Here's the cave where Sarah and Abraham were buried. Here's the ram that God provided at just the right time for the sacrifice. Here's the rope that Abraham used to tie Isaac up, and the knife that he almost used to kill. Here's the bowl of fire and the wood that they carried up the mountain for the sacrifice. Isaac saying, we have the wood and the fire, but where is the lamb to sacrifice? Here are the three angels that came and told Abraham that he needed to take his son and sacrifice him. Here's the dust and the stars and the sand. God had said, your family will be as many as the grains of sand in the desert and the stars in the sky. Can't even count that. And here are the places where God was as Abraham traveled from place to place. This was the story of Abraham, the father of the great family.